What's up everyone, my name is Mike and welcome back to my channel, and today we have to talk about this VEVE drop coming out. It's a 2 blind box of Mr. Knight and Moon Knight coming out this Wednesday in 2 different times. Let's get into this. So VEVE dropped this in a Twitter post just a couple of days ago, and now we've got the Medium article to go off of, which is going to help us create a price prediction for this and a game plan moving forward at the drop and shortly after. Now, one thing to preface this with is that none of these say that they are animated. However, with the last drop where we saw kits, those didn't also say that they were animated on the Medium article, which is really interesting because when it dropped and people started getting them delivered, they figured out that they were animated and that they could actually drive them around, which would have been really amazing to know because I actually got the drop and I had just exited out of it because my price prediction was lower than what the drop price was. So I thought even if I really wanted a static version of this vehicle, I could just pick it up in the aftermarket. Turns out it's animated, but still after the drop I did see it go down to 90, so if I really wanted it I could have picked it up then, and then it went all the way up into the 200s, and now it's sitting around that 140 area. But with this Moon Knight and Mr. Knight drop, we're going to see a common and an ultra rare in each of the blind box series, one for Moon Knight and one for Mr. Knight. So I'm really interested if that ultra rare is going to be actually animated, even though it doesn't say so in the Medium article, and why they're actually going ahead with this route and not announcing whether a collectible is static or animated prior to the drop. This really interests me. I really wanted to get down to the bottom of this, but for now we're going to stick on these collectibles and what I think my game plan is going to be and my price prediction for this is going to be. Honestly, before I even give a price prediction, the only reason why I would go for this drop is that I'm speculating that we are going to get that ultra rare being animated, because it doesn't say one way or the other, and I'm going to assume that we are actually going to get that ultra rare animated because we see that with multiple Marvel drops where the uncommon, the common, and the rare are static, and the ultra rare and the secret rare are both animated. So I'm going off this assumption and thinking that this ultra rare is going to be animated, and this is the only reason why I'm going to go for this drop. Otherwise, I think that they would both list below market value or very near close to market value, and then drop below that eventually because of this downtrend that we've just constantly seen with most of our VEVE collectibles. But let's get into these drops really quickly here. The first drop is that Moon Knight drop. Moon Knight 1 and Moon Knight 2, and the Moon Knight 1 is a common and it has 13,800 editions with a list price of 50, and all of these are FA and all of them have that list price of 50. And then we get Moon Knight 2, which is the ultra rare, and we get 4,800 editions of this. And then 3 hours later, we get the second drop, which is Mr. Knight, and we get the common at, again, 13,800 editions, and that ultra rare at 4,800 editions. So whenever I make price predictions, I'm looking at what's in the market at the current point in time that's similar to this, and where it's sitting at in the market. That allows me to make a very short-term prediction and a game plan going forward with this drop. So when I look at this, I can make a price prediction that maybe is after the dust settles, after the drop and all collectibles have been delivered, and up to maybe days to a week after that price prediction. This is not financial advice, and you should be doing this for yourself as well. So when I see this, I think the Deadpool is a good comparison. I think Deadpool is a little bit more of a popular character, but with the Christmas outfit, it's a little bit more niche for that character, yet both are FA, and I'm going to compare this to that Deadpool. And the Deadpool Uncommon has just about as many editions as the common that we're going to see in this drop, with 13,666 editions. And that's sitting currently around 45 gems in the market. And then I can also compare this maybe to the Black Panther. That's an uncommon of a very popular character as well, and that sees many more editions of 18,800. And that's actually sitting lower than that Deadpool at 40 gems. So honestly, I'm going to stick more towards that Deadpool area and say that this common of both Mr. Knight and Moon Knight are going to be around that 45 gem mark. So that is below the list price. And then we got the ultra rare, which is a little bit more difficult to compare because we don't yet know whether it's going to be static or animated. So if it's static, I'm going to compare this to, once again, both the Deadpool and the Black Panther. but the rares. The Deadpool sees 8,666 editions, while the Black Panther sees 8,800. This is about double what we're going to see with Moon Knight and Mr. Knight, and the Deadpool sits at 55 gems and the Black Panther sits at 75 gems. So if this Moon Knight is static, I think we'll see around 65 gems in the aftermarket for it. But if it's not static, and I'm thinking it's not going to be static, I'm going to compare it to the ultra rare of each of these Deadpool and Black Panther, because those are the animated versions of them. Now Deadpool sees only 3,666 editions, while Black Panther sees 5,800 editions. The Deadpool is sitting at 200 gems though, while the Black Panther is sitting at 280. So I'm going to split the difference between the two of those, because I think we're playing off the popularity of the Moon Knight character with the new Disney Plus show, which you should go check that out. I really liked the first episode and I'm really looking forward to more episodes coming out in that series. But I'm going to split the difference between these two and say it's going to sit somewhere around 240 gems in the aftermarket if it is indeed animated. And that's a big if, and we just do not know. But that's my thoughts, my comments on this drop. I really love the way it looks, especially after seeing other Marvel drops that we've had recently. For example, like Elektra. I really love the way this Moon Knight and Mr. Knight really looks, and I'm really excited to see what it looks like in the app once we get a chance. And I will be going for this drop. I am assuming, or I'm going to make that hope, that the ultra rare versions of these are going to be animated, and I'm going to be gunning for those, hoping that I get them. But if not, I'll be still happy just to have this in my collection. And I have made moves actually recently to sell off some of my collectibles, take some profits, take some losses, and just have a bank of gems right now in my wallet so that I can go for more drops that I want to, and that I can just take a look at the market where things are sitting and make some strategic purchases for the short term that I think some collectibles or really comics are going to go up. And I'll make a video about that as well in my moves in the market. But let me know your thoughts, your comments below about this drop. Do you think the ultra rare is going to be animated? What are your thoughts? Did you go for that kit drop, or did you not, thinking that it wasn't going to be animated because it didn't say in that Medium article? Leave it all in the comment section below. Like this video if you found it helpful for whatever reasons, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more VEVE, Hero, and many other types of content around these topics. Thank you so much for watching.